There's 5 and a bit minutes to go here in Jerez.
And we just talked, didn't we, Steve, about Quartararo, how he went about his business here last year, getting to the front early and then breaking away from the pack. It won't really be bothering him that much, though, if he doesn't make the start tomorrow, because we've seen in the last 2 Grand Prix, he's had to work his way back through the field, which traditionally is not something we've got accustomed to seeing the Yamaha do. He was way back in Doha, a lot of work to do, and came through and was exceptional. And he was 6th early on in Portimao as well. So the Yamaha, normally, unless it's got clear track, can struggle with their lack of acceleration. They can't make up the time to attack in the braking zones, but I don't think Quartararo, of course he desperately wants a front row, desperately wants pole, but it won't disturb him too much if he's got to work through the field again, because he has proven already this year he can do it.
Can this man move himself up a position or two? A second row would do, he would take that all day long.
Top 6, he would snap your hands right off.
Joan Mir, traditionally speaking, when you look back at his illustrious career, of course the MotoGP World Champion, 2 pole positions, the last of them coming in Malaysia 2017 in Moto3.
Yeah, what's this now? His 90th Grand Prix appearance. He's had 9 front row starts in a 10% front row starting record.
And he's a world champion. Twice.
Twice, yeah. The first man ever to do the Moto3 and MotoGP Championship double.
Brad Binder's out on circuit. Of course, he's had to go out for this second stint. His first lap, flying lap, isn't really producing anything, so at the moment he'd be 12th, but there's still time left in this for him to put that right.
Now, Quartararo and Morbidelli have got quite a bit of time in their pocket here. Taka Nakagami is in 3rd place and on the front row. He'd definitely take that, but he's a couple of tenths behind the 2 Yamaha men ahead of him, which is quite a lot of time to make up around this Jerez circuit.
Well, here comes a charge then from the number 20. He's fired up, Fabio. Morbidelli, he's on a good lap. He's a 10th down, so is Joan Mir.
Yeah, this is class from Mir. This would be brilliant. I mean, this is potentially a front row lap. Now, that would be a surprise. It would be a shock.
But that would be as good as a pole for Joan Mir.
Yeah, it really would. It really would. It's something he has to deliver, though, because he will be mindful, as we said, of Quartararo's strengths around this Jerez circuit. It's his beloved Jerez circuit. He loves this place. Knows it like the back of his hand, like all these guys do, but Quartararo is so good here.
He's just lost a bit of time there in that 3rd sector, is Mir. Quartararo's up. Morbidelli also, he's about to enter the final corner. He's really close here to Fabio Quartararo's best time.
Mir wants that 2nd row minimum.
Here's Morbidelli, he comes across the line, he doesn't improve, but it was close.
It was close. He's running another high 136. It's Franco Morbidelli. Mir's come over the line then and does not find any time. Does not find the time he needs, so stays down in that 8th place. Frankie Carcetti, his crew chief, back in the fold here this weekend after missing Portimao with a positive COVID-19 test. Great to see him back as an ally for the world champion.
Quartararo's backed out of that one. Vinales had a twitch and a half there. Brad Binder's on a lap where he's 6 tenths off, but at the moment that won't be good enough to challenge for the top 9 places because they're split by 6 tenths overall.
Yeah, at the moment, no reason for major concern for Fabio Quartararo. Bagnaia is putting together a very decent lap for him, and so is Jack Miller, his factory Ducati teammate. Now then, Miller, if he keeps this one going in those last 2 splits, well, he's going to be on course for the front row.
Is he behind his teammate? This is Pecco Bagnaia. I've got a feeling Jack is either... Yeah, he is. Jack's just behind Pecco. Yeah, there you go. What a reference.
Well, he knows as well.
What a lap. Can you imagine Jack with his back against the wall?
He knows Pecco can't back out of this. Bagnaia's got to fire a lap time in himself. Miller, estimated P3. Bagnaia is struggling here to find any improvement, and he's towing Jack Miller around here to a potential front row.
Well, it's the final sector that's been the Achilles heel, and that was brilliant around turn 13 as well. He's not had a pole since Argentina in 2018. Is it coming now for Jack Miller? Across the line he goes. He can't quite, but it's a front row. Gosh, it's close.
He'll take that front row. Just over half a tenth then between Quartararo, Morbidelli and Mir on that front row as it stands right now. Quartararo, though, has not finished. He wants the all-time lap record. 36.807's already got him sat in P1 in this session. Johan Zarco also, he's finding some great late speed to the Frenchman. Is it that him just trying to follow Fabio Quartararo ahead of him. Zarco needs to find some time as well. He's down in 10th spot right now.
Yeah, Binder doesn't look like he's going to be able to challenge for a front two rows.
Sector 3 is really hurting Zarco. He can't get that Ducati turn in the third sector at all. Look how much time he surrendered in the third split, and he's going to be going some to get himself inside that top 6. He may well do so. Quartararo, can he find that little smidgen of time to consolidate pole position? You bet he can. 36.755, and Zarco does indeed nail the fourth sector. He goes up from 10th to 5th. That's a good rescue job by the second of the Frenchmen.
Bagnaia hasn't finished yet. He's the only one really at the moment, it looks like, on screen that could challenge, but he's lost time.
Again, it's sector 3. Yeah, the Ducati struggling at the moment in that third sector. He'll settle for P4 though from where he is right now. 10th to 4th, that would be a good job.
He'd prefer third though, wouldn't he? He would prefer third. Will he be knocking Jack Miller off the front row? Jack's done an outstanding job there to get himself in third. Is he about to be nudged away by the Italian?
Miller owes a schooner to Bagnaia after that one, that's for sure.
Here comes Bagnaia across the line. He goes fourth. That is a good job there. A late salvage job.
Yeah.
But I have to say, hats off to Miller. Back against the wall. He's on the front row. Brilliant stuff. And that's the first time he's on the front row this season.
Well, he's like a prize fighter who's on the ropes. He comes out swinging, doesn't he, Jack Miller? Big favour there from his teammate Pecco Bagnaia, who could not back out of it. Miller knew that. He knew that Bagnaia needed the hot lap himself. But it's another pole position here at his beloved Jerez for Fabio Quartararo. We know what he can do. Last year, pole position in Jerez and Andalusia, and he won both races. He'll need a better start than that though tomorrow, particularly when he's got the likes of Miller, Bagnaia and Zarco coming from behind him.
Yeah, just a bit. That was not a great start.
What a year it's been for Monster Energy Yamaha.
Yeah, it really has been something special, hasn't it? For Fabio Quartararo, for Maverick Vinales as well. Vinales will be quite upset, actually, that he's not on the front two rows. That's going to be hard work for Maverick.
The last time Yamaha won 4 straight races was back in the middle of 2016. It started here, that sequence, in Jerez, Le Mans, Mugello and Catalunya. They've not won the first 4 Grand Prix of a Premier Class season since 1980. 41 long years ago.